Not knowing where your children are is every parent's worst nightmare. Bintu's 2 sons have been gone for 5 years now. Sitting in their bedroom, she's overwhelmed with grief. Dunoma and Abuna were high school students when soldiers arrested them in 2013 on suspicion of having links to the extremist group Boko Haram.
One night, soldiers came around 3 a.m., hitting our door and shouting, "Where are the boys? Where are the boys? Bring out your sons."
Her other children have been growing up for years without their 2 older brothers. Local activist Hamsatu Alamin has been hearing stories similar to Bintu's of women whose husbands and sons have been detained for years. So she's created a network to help them.
This network is to seek accountability for the whereabouts of these children. As you can see the environment, this is how all members of my network are. Poor, wretched people, no voices. They don't even know where to go and start asking.
More than 1,000 women have now come together. In this refugee camp, they share their stories. And they're active. Earlier this year, they wrote an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari, begging to be reunited with their sons and husbands, whom they say have no ties to Boko Haram. Some of them could be caught up in Nigeria's notoriously slow legal system. This month, Human Rights Watch denounced the trials of Boko Haram suspects as flawed by legal shortcomings. While the case seen here is not Boko Haram related, this court has handled the largest number of such cases in the region.
When you go through it, you realize that definitely they have a reason. They have reasons to be brought here. But then this is always common, not here in Nigeria, everywhere. People talk of abuse of human rights. It is not the courts that are at fault.
The people whose families have been torn apart by the Boko Haram insurgency don't know who is at fault. But occasionally, something special happens. This mother hasn't seen her son since he was arrested years ago on suspicion of being a Boko Haram member. He's now been cleared and released from detention. Their reunion draws attention. For Bintu, she still awaits her own reunion. Forever hopeful, she goes through their old school papers as a way to keep her memory of them alive. Chika Oduah for VOA News, Maiduguri.